My name is Fernando. As y'all know, I'm in Beatz, the generation right now. I'm a snare drummer. It's going well right now. I feel like we're doing a lot of things and it's going great. We all sound good.
Why do you want to teach?
I feel like kids don't really have somewhere to go or things to do because they're young. They don't really know what to do. They don't have a life yet built. I feel like drumming is a way for them to find out what else they could be doing besides being at home on their phone. And help them open their minds and be kind of fun.
My name is CeeLo. I knew Mel since middle school. Went to Kensington, learned there from Mel. Then after that, joined the Mad Beach Drumline when it first started in 2013. After that, I think I went to teaching at String Theory, right? I think it was with Marcus. Me and started String Theory. We both was teaching high school. They were middle high school kids, right?
Yeah.
It was actually kind of fun doing it. I liked it back then. It was pretty cool. I get to teach them. I like bonding with the kids. They were kind of cool. I always think about it, so that's why I decided to come back.
I'm Dwight, aka Mr. Carter. I was a teacher for 6 years. It's also how I met Mel. He brought a program through the Man Center to Global Leadership Academy, which was a school I just left last year. We came together, and then I continued with the Man program. So now I have an auto body shop, so I'm not teaching. But the dope thing about this is that I still get to get, my teaching fix because I still do love teaching. And then this gives me that, a teaching fix as well as my love for drumming. So it's kind of the best of both worlds for me.
Hello everyone, I'm Greg. I am a professional battle and tour DJ. I want to keep teaching because I was full-blown drumming my entire life from kid to high school, and it's been my entire life to the point where I went to Girard Academic Music Program to literally drum. So the connection between DJing and drumming is so close that I was when I teach drumming to the students and then I teach DJing to my students, it's a hand-in-hand thing for me. So
my name is Marcus. I have been drumming since freshman year. After high school, I did the Mad Beatz thing for a little bit. Went to String Theory with CeeLo. So currently I do turnaround business management. So I get sent to stores that are kind of failing, so I can kind of help them turn that around. Drumming's always kind of been was something that helped structured me as a human being, right? Mel's leadership and stuff like that kind of formed me as a person. So that's kind of why when I get back into teaching, it's give that lead for kids going into their future, help them set themselves up for success.
Here, I stopped teaching kind of around when COVID started. I was also at String Theory. So, yeah. I am a musician. I'm an artist. I'm working on building my own fashion brand, and I love teaching because I feel understanding children is really key to understanding human behavior. And the more I learn about interacting with them, the more I learn about myself. And teaching is a good way for me to musical expression. So.
What are 3 rules that are easy to remember and short that will establish a culture of respect for each other?
Respect yourself, respect your peers.
So there you go. So a big part of the communication issues are going to be kids just fighting with each other and getting at each other throughout the class. That's going to create distractions.
If somebody's over here and they're going back and forth with each other, they're probably not listening to either you who are talking or somebody who you put on the spot to answer a question. I feel the idea of just having one voice and making sure you're maintaining that one voice can be helpful.
Because when we come in, we usually give them 5 minutes to talk. I kind of got them involved. Who better, Lil Durk or G Herbo? Oh, Lil Durk, blah, blah, blah. Hold up, let them talk first. If the class can't handle letting him talk or her talk, we can't do it. So now you're teaching them to, all right, let me sit back, relax, and think about what I want to say before I just blurt it out. You just got to talk about the stuff that they want to talk about, and trust me, they'll give you the attention that you're seeking.
I feel one thing that, was successful, a couple schools, matter of fact, it was when I got the GLA. We made a mission statement for our class.
Oh, that's really cool.
The one that you made as a teacher, what do you see for your class? But then there's also the mission statement that your class has in general. And we would, as soon as we come in, stand behind your chair, say that. So, they have it memorized. They can, after, a couple weeks or whatever, they have it memorized so they know what it is. We say it together to prove that we have one voice. And then we get started on whatever, subject or topic we're talking about for the day.
So what would a 3rd rule be that would inspire a collective vision, something that would remind that kids can remember, that would remind them of why they're doing it together and the importance of respecting each other to get to play together.
Be a part of the hive.
B-E-E-E,
I like that.
a part of the hive.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
That's awesome. Great job. What is a skills-based drumline, right? Like, what are skills? Like, name a skill that you learn in drumline.
How to hold a stick.
How to hold the stick. That's a skill. All right. So, you know, some drum teachers just say, pick up the stick and just hit the drum. And they don't tell you how to hold the stick or why this does what it does or what it does. Some people just consider that everybody else is just going to figure it out. Never ever take that mental approach as a teacher. You always have to explain exactly what you want out of every single skill. And you have to do it in a way that defines everything that you want to be a part of the performance later. So a skill is holding the grip, holding the stick a specific way. And we see that every drummer in a skills-based drumline program will play with the same technique. That means if you talk to any kid in the line and you say, make a fulcrum, they'll all do that. You know what I mean? They will know what the word is and they'll be able to show you what it is. So for every skill, there's a word or a set of words that names what the skill is, and then there's an application, which is how they show you what it is or demonstrate that for you. When you define things with the same technique and with the same approach, you're gonna get clarity.
I get what you're saying when you have every drummer following the same exact form and way that they're starting, because you even told me that, like when you have them play in that pizza position, they're not going here, they're here. So when now you have them doing this, of course somebody's going to be off because now you're delaying yourself from the form, you know?